are angry. It's okay.
I'm not angry. Except when you keep repeating, you're angry. And that shit's fucking annoying. Like a fucking gnat at a barbecue. Just bugging the fuck out of me.
Good. I want you to say, I'm angry. It's okay. I'll process my anger. I love myself. Woozah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And boom, episode 44. I have to say, guys, this energy that I have right now is fake. It's fake energy right now. I did watch something before I got on here. It was like Steve Harvey was going over his day, and like he was going over, what time he has to wake up and stuff. And I feel exactly like him. Like right before he jumps on his radio show, he looks like shit. And he's just like out of it. He looks like he doesn't want to be there. And then as soon as they go like 3, 2, 1, and he's a whole nother person. And that's how I feel today. Like I got my coffee here. I'm gonna drink some. So disrespectful to audio listeners, but I have zero energy right now. I'm starting up my days early again because, I tried this late night workout stuff. I cannot do it. I find myself, backing out more. And in the morning, I don't back out, because once you're up, you're like, all right, I already ruined my day. Might as well ruin it more with some workouts. So, yeah. So I'm back on the morning thing. It's rough, but, we got to do it, right? We got to do it. So doing shit that makes us uncomfortable. That's what we're doing. And I want to talk about that today because right now it is Tuesday and it's on my, I'm supposed to be working right now, but I am not. I'm doing this. I need a break. Staring at these monitors, I'm slowly going blind. And I'm not even joking. Like right now, I have a eye doctor's appointment on Thursday. But I kid you not, like I never had problems staring at things up close. And the other day I was trying to focus on something. It was like a remote and I could not focus on it. And I was like, oh crap, here we go. Your boy's going blind. So, yep, I'm going to need a new prescription. And, I hate going to the eye doctor because they always look at you like, do better. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyways, so, yes, it's my work hour. And it's Tuesday and I'm supposed to drop this Wednesday. So, I just put a lot of stress on me because today is a busy day. But, got to be consistent. But I wanted to talk about why, the delay. I mean, this should have been done Saturday. This should have been done Sunday. This should have been at least done Monday. But I'm waiting till the last minute. So, my weekend, I was telling you guys about that I was going out for certifications, and I didn't want to talk about it until I actually started it. So this weekend, I decided your boy right now is going for his scuba diving certification. So it's an open water scuba diving certification. That's the whole fucking name of it. It's something I was always interested in. Never tried it out. Maybe a little bit nervous trying it out. You know what I'm saying? I never snorkeled. That's one of the questions they ask you, but we're going to go through that. They're like, did you ever snorkel? And I'm like, no, never snorkeled. So I was a bit nervous that I was going to be panicked. But anyways, so yeah, I'm going out for my open water scuba certification. I'm signed up right now. I'm in the classes. And I just wanted to go over that day because it turned out to be, interesting day. So it was Saturday, right? So, I put it on. We have like this planner in my house. So, we know when the kids, I guess, they have assemblies and all that other shit. So, we know everybody's schedule. So we have that, and the kids have been seeing that I had 2 p.m. scuba dive class. And, they asked about me every day. Are you scared and all this? And they keep asking questions and stuff like that. So it was like late Friday. My middle child, she was, asking, can kids join? I was like, that's a good question. I called, I found out kids could join. And I asked her, I was like, why? Do you want to join me? And she was like, yeah, I want to do it. And I was like, okay. So got to be honest, because that's what I do, right? I tell the truth, brutal honesty. So I did not want her to go, right? I wanted this to be for me. I needed more me things, you know? It sounds selfish, but you guys will understand. If you have kids, you need some more you things just for you, right? So I wanted this just to be a me experience thing. And the only reason I didn't want uh kids on this is because I will have to worry about them, right? So my whole thing is I've never done this before. I don't know like anything. Like I can't give her tips, tricks, or so we're both coming into this rookies. And when you're a father, this shit makes you nervous, man. It's like I have to watch out for my daughter. Like I can't make I'm gonna be terrified the whole time because I'm gonna be watching her and I'm not really gonna be, enjoying myself because I'm having to look over and make sure she was all right. So we arrived, so I was just like, you know what, fuck it. This could be a daddy daughter thing, just stop thinking this was just a you thing, right? So this is a daddy daughter thing now. So I was like, all right, I bring her along with me. It's like an hour away. We get there, we signed up, and then we're getting fitted for all our things, our fins and the tank and all the other shit, all that other equipment like goggles and all that stuff. So, while we're getting fitted, I was sitting there and like they're gonna give us a lot of instructions, right? And that was my first worry there. I'm like, I'm hoping she'll pay attention because this shit is if you do something wrong, you could probably fucking drown. You don't know, right? So the whole time they kind of separated her a little bit from me. So the whole time, like, I'm looking over at her while they're giving her directions, and I'm doing the dad thing. I'm like, hey, make sure you listen, make sure you listen, right? I'm doing all this shit, and guess who's not listening? Me. I'm not fucking listening because I'm too worried about my daughter. I keep looking over, and then also my daughter, like it's a daughter. It's like a daddy thing, and I'm protective, and like there's guys there. She's in her bathing suit, and I don't fucking know these people, and people are perverts. So I'm being protective. I'm being too protective where I'm not focusing on what I need to focus on. So the whole time, you know I'm worried about her listening and shit, and she was listening, and so it gets time. They tell us how to use all the equipment and all that shit, and it's time to go under now, right? Guess who fucking panics? Not my daughter, it's me. And guess who's a fucking natural at this? It was her. She listened 100%, and she was like a fucking mermaid down there, just fucking flowing and stuff. I go in the water, I got the thing in my mouth. I'm like, I'm fucking drowning and shit. So I had to keep coming up while she's underwater. Like in the water, they have like toys you can play with, like weighted toys, and like there's like little things you could swim through. So she's doing all this beautiful shit, and her dad's fucking on the surface drowning and shit. I'm like, because honestly, I wasn't paying attention. So you know they had a review again with me, and I was like, oh, okay, I got it. And so after that, I got it. But they were still worried. Like we're underwater, we're playing around with the weighted shit, and when every time she surfaced, I would surface because I'm worried. So I'm like, wait, what happened? She was like, um, this mask is too tight. So I told her to do this, and then at one point she said the flippers were bothering her, and I knew exactly what she's talking about. I think the guy who fitted us, I told the motherfucker I'm a 10, 10 and a half, right? And I think he gave me a 9. So my toes were like fucking crunched to the thing, and I think he did the same for her. Like he gave us it's like he wanted us to have the size he thought was right. And I'm just like, motherfucker, why did you ask me my size? So if like I said I was 10 and a half, he was like, nah, you look more like a 8, 9. I'm like, okay. So he gave me the fucking fin, and yeah, it was uncomfortable. So I told her, I was like, mine too. My toes are scrunched up. I was like, just crunch up your toes and all this shit. So like, it's because we didn't want to waste the experience. Because then it's timed. It's 45 minutes. So you didn't want to waste the experience. So I was telling her, I'm like, let's just do this and this. So, we were having fun. And she just had those things. The goggles, they put it on her better. and the fins, they could have gave us a better size. But then we started noticing everybody was wearing swim shoes and then the fins, or people were just wearing swim shoes, no fins. So we were like, maybe next time we'll, either get swim shoes or fuck the fins, But yeah, we turned out we enjoyed it a lot. So now we're in class together, and I think that's awesome. I love how my middle child, my kids always go, "Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?" And I always tell them I have no favorite, and that's the truth. Because I could lie right now, and I could tell you on this they don't watch this show, but I always say you guys are all unique in your own way, right? And I like how she likes to try things. She's just like me, She's not afraid to try things. Hey, if she fucking fails, she fails, but at least she tried it, right? She is my only child that has done a lot of shit that the other two have not, my oldest and my youngest. So I like that about her. I said, you need to keep up with that. Daddy does the same thing. I do a lot of things my other half doesn't do. So it's just, I like that about her. And so I think this would be cool. Me and her doing this together, getting the certification together. Um, we have, do the classroom, and then we have to do all the pool stuff. I think the pool stuff, she's gonna be a fucking natural. Um, and classroom, she's gonna do better. I mean, she's gonna do better than me, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking to a person. I stopped studying when I was in freshman year. Freshman year, I just fucking, you know, how I got such good grades freshman year that it carried over to all the other years where I was able to graduate, because like freshman year I was like at a 3.7, right? But then every year it went fucking down by a lot, right? So at the end of the, you're about to graduate high school, they calculated from freshman year all the way through, and then there was your final GPA, and thank God I did great freshman year. It like really fucking carried me through. But yeah, I just stopped studying. I was cutting almost every day. And so hold on. Don't have anything from Okay. Sorry. This is what happens. I had to read a work email. Somebody directed a message directly at me. And that's another thing right now. Shit. Anyway, let me finish my story. So yeah, it was fun, and we're gonna finish this shit together, daddy daughter style. I'm kind of excited. I knew this started off as just me wanting to be greedy, just a me thing. But I'm kind of glad that she's gonna be with me during this, and and we'll get to see a lot of cool shit together. I got the GoPro ready. Can I use the GoPro yet? No, because the guy said, he was like, we would allow that, but you're supposed to be paying attention. But he was like, if you're too busy with your GoPro, and I was like, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So maybe I'll just put it down somewhere in the fucking ocean and then just make us watch, so we could get like a nice video, or at least let me get a video of her, because she kills it. She kills it. So yeah, that's one of my certifications. Once I get that one, there's something else I'm going for, and I'm not gonna mention it until I go for it. So yeah, it's your boy just trying to do it. A lot of things that make me uncomfortable, Right. Speaking of which, so besides the scuba thing, um, the streaming, I've been talking about that shit. It's not for a lot of people, but I'm doing it anyway. Like I said, if I fail at this shit, good, because then I was the test dummy, and then my kids, they want to do that now, so they can succeed where I fail. So I'm starting the streaming thing Friday, Saturday. It's like streaming horror games. That's my jam. Horror. I love horror shit. Horror movies, horror games. I like shit that I already said this a billion times, that brings the bitch right out of you. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I am super uncomfortable doing that. I never went live. I don't believe I ever went live. No, maybe once for like a CrossFit competition. Um, but yeah, I never went live. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know. Like, see, I'm not afraid. I have a lot of friends, right? They're afraid to be on camera. They're afraid to be, they wouldn't do shit like this. But I do have a lot of friends that I think their personalities would fucking do well on things like this. I'm like, man, if you would get in front of a camera and you would just, do what I do, I bet they would blow up way quicker than I ever will. I mean, they'll probably automatically blow up. You know what I'm saying? Where me, I'll have 1 billion episodes later and I'm still, in the same progress. So I have a lot of friends like that, but they're just camera shy. And me, I'm not camera shy. So when I say I'm nervous about going live, has nothing to do about me going live, being on camera, talking to people being mean. I don't give a shit about any of that. That just you know, that's the last thing I care. Me, it's all about quality. Like I am nervous. Uh Things won't come out right. You won't hear sound. It won't look right. It'll look choppy and shit. So that's what I worry about. And I worry about that with everything. Like when I first started the podcast, that's why I was so nervous. When I started posting my first video of the gaming shit, the first horror game I did, I didn't get it right until close to the last 3 episodes. But yeah, it was 18 episodes, I think. 18 parts. And yeah, from 15 on, good, but from the first 15, you could see all the struggle I was going through. So with streaming, I guess it's gonna be the same, but I want to try it. I mean, I've seen people blow up from it. I was just seeing this guy last night. Somebody was like, "Man, I remember you had 20 followers, like 2 views. You were always screaming at yourself, and look at you now." So I was looking at his prior shit, and yeah, it was just like a big blow up. Now he's like number 2 in the fucking world, and it's just like, damn, okay. So like I said, I'm gonna try it, see what happens. If not, I'm trying to get my kid on here to do it. So there's gonna be that. I don't know if I'm doing it Friday or Saturday yet, but yeah, I'm sure if you guys follow me on TikTok, you'll see the live thing come. I'm a stream off TikTok and Twitch. So yeah, I'm excited about that because it makes me uncomfortable, and we all know you grow when you're uncomfortable. So let me see what else I had. I had a lot of random shit today, but look at this. Somebody text me, you want some Siete chips? Of course I do. I always said if I ever pick up a sponsor, I would like besides Blue Chew, I would like Siete. If you guys have ever seen Siete products, they're the best. I don't know. It's if you like eat healthy. If you don't like fucking healthy eats, then you're gonna fucking hate it. But like I like Siete everything, Siete seasonings, everything. Everything they have, all their products, love it. So that was random as shit. What else was I gonna go over? Oh, so this kind of leads into a couple things. It was like one day was it Saturday or Sunday? Sunday, I got an email from one of my bosses. I'm gonna get fired one of these days. I know it, but it's all right. It's all right because your boy's a hot commodity in this business. So anyway, um, got a text from one of my bosses. Not a text, an email. I saw it come through my phone. I normally turn off those notifications, but for some reason it was on, and it was like a nasty comment towards me. So that kind of fucked up my mood because it was so early in the morning. It was like 8:30, 8 a.m., some shit like that. So I saw it come across and I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm not going to let this guy get away with this email, right? So I decided to respond right away. I know he was expecting me to respond on a Monday. But I was like, nope, I'm not letting this asshole slide, right? So, and it kind of like got me thinking of like, whatchamacallit, uh, the quiet reserve folk. Cause a lot of people who don't work with me or haven't worked with me, they always think like if they see the shit I post, they always think I'm this fucking guy like, hey, ho, doing all this crazy shit like 24/7, and I'm not. I am a very quiet, reserved person, and it throws people off. I know it does, and then I turn into something else completely. So it's like people are like, what the fuck? It's like a little Clark Kent Superman thing. So it's like it's funny because some people who know me as the quiet reserved one, when they see I do all this crazy shit, they're blown away. And then people who always see me do crazy shit when I'm like quiet, they're like, what's going on with him? Like, is he down or something? Like, no. But if you guys want to know the real me, I'm really quiet, reserved person, right? Yes, I do crazy shit. It's because I'm bored. That's a thing. But then I also have a different side. I don't know. So anyway, like for this company, they see, and I always do this for every company. I give them the quiet, reserved side, and then later on, I show them the crazy. I've done this with every company, and it always works out, and it always throws everyone. So this guy, he knows me as the quiet, reserved person, but then he sent that email, and I completely changed. I was like, oh, here's the change, right? So your boy clapped back at him, said some things, called him an idiot. Don't give a fuck if he's in corporate. I told you guys, I say this every episode too. I'm at the age where I'm like, I do not give a fuck. So if you say some shit to me, I'm gonna clap back at you, right? So we just have this back and forth, right? And I ended it. I said something. He didn't like it, and it deaded the shit there, right? So Monday morning, he was a brand new person. He came like nothing ever happened, and I was the same way. I acted like nothing ever happened, but it's like you have to make sure you put these motherfuckers in their place sometimes. You gotta, like, I always tell people, like, career advice and all this shit. When you know your worth, you're one dangerous motherfucker, right? I know my worth. I know in this business, there's a lot of companies that want me. And I know that. So like I always tell these people, I'm like, I don't really need you. You guys need me. I don't need you. You need me. And you got to have that attitude sometimes. So, right. But I just want to talk about this led on to something else where I was just like, the quiet reserve thing. It made me think about one of my friends, right? And he's been on the podcast before. His name's Ken. He was on the Haitian Brother episode. So in high school we were the same. Like they kept mixing us up. Like I said this on that episode. Like we look nothing alike. I think the fact that we were like both the same like size and bald, everybody thought we were like twins or some shit. So they always got us confused and all that shit. So it's just like if you look at us, we're like, how the fuck did you think we were like twins? But anyways, so I remember he was like me. We're quiet, reserved. So right, one day we're just chilling, and I could be telling this story wrong. He could correct it if he ever comes back on. But one of these days, we were chilling in the caf, and there was this fucking foreign exchange student, real asshole. I don't know if they brought him in for, it's either they brought him in for soccer or wrestling. I don't know, one of those things, right? Didn't speak a lick of English, or his English was shit. And it's one of those things like, oh, how are you getting A's and you don't even fucking speak the language? It's one of those corrupt things anyway. But one of these days, he liked to fuck with people, this guy, right? So one of these days, he decides to fuck with my boy Ken, right? And like we said, we're quiet, reserved people. We don't really want to be around all this bullshit. So I don't know what he said. I don't know what he was doing, but he was fucking with him. And I remember Ken got up and he walked away. Don't know where he was going. I know he was walking away, and the guy did something. I don't remember what the guy did. What I do remember is Ken had enough. He said, fuck this. And this man, my boy Ken, launched this motherfucker from one side of the room to the other fucking side of the room, over tables. The dude fell over tables, chairs. It was like the hardest push I ever seen in my goddamn life. I to this day, I haven't seen somebody push harder than that fucking push. He pushed him, and I was like, it was like almost cartoonish, or like how like these like cheesy TV series back in the day, like they'll punch a guy and then you'll see him fly across the street like, ah! It was something like that. It was just like, how the fuck did he generate that force that launched this motherfucker half across the room, right? And it's just like, when we have enough, you got to be careful. When quiet, reserved people have had enough, and you guys were, people just mouthing off and shit, you got to be careful with those people, because we got like a hidden strength. Like every time I get pissed, like I always say, it takes a lot to get me pissed because I have 3 children, so I have a lot of patience. But when I do get pissed, I go in, I have a gym in my garage. I go in that gym, I PR shit. Yeah, PR like my personal record, like, so if I was lifting, let's say I was benching 225, I would go for like 300 and I would lift that motherfucker because I'm so angry, right? And I'll do that with squats, whatever. So whenever I get that mad, I go in the gym and I normally PR on all this stuff, right? Because it's just like it's like a fort, like you become like Incredible Hulk for a few seconds. It doesn't last. I'll tell you that much. It doesn't last. It's just like this extreme burst of energy you get, and then the shit just dissipates, and then you're just like, oh fuck. So, but yeah, I remember that, and I think at the time, after he launched this motherfucker, and I think when all that settled down, he realized he was like, oh shit. Because it's like you think about it, at the time, when you got that burst of energy, you're not thinking like that. You're just like, I'm upset. Now you're in trouble, right? So, but afterwards, when all this shit settles, you're just like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? So, but yeah, I was like, this guy, and like I don't give a shit. Like I said, like man, he's an email tough guy. I'll say that he's an email tough guy. But I always say this, and I told my friend this down here. I was like, if we're ever like anywhere, if I meet up with this guy, let's say, and we're not on the clock, and you talk to me the way you talk to me in the email, I will knock you the fuck out. Like, and I'm not a violent person either. I don't go looking for fights. I'm the dude. Let's talk this out. I'm that dude. Let's talk this out, right? Do I know how to fight? Absolutely. If you know me, martial arts is my life, right? So I don't look for fights, but I always say, like, if you ever talk to me like that outside this job, whew, like your boy can kick. Your boy can kick. Let me tell you something. Everybody who I ever kicked, because your boy took some Taekwondo, they all say it hurt. When I was in my MMA school, every time I kick somebody, after we spar, they'd be like, God damn, man, that kick. And that was with pads on, right? We will have these thick ass pads. So if I kick you, it's gonna fucking hurt, right? Wherever I hit you, it's gonna hurt really bad. So I always tell, like, if I ever see this motherfucker, and he won't, because I have dinner with him before, for like a work function. Totally different guy. When you see him when you're face to face, he's a pussy, right? When you're face to face, he's a pussy. But on the emails, he wants to be this big dickhead, right? And wanting to prove he's tough and shit. But when shit hits the fan, if you guys are face to face, he's gonna pussy out. So, but yeah, I had to say that because he pissed me off so much. I was like, I had to get on here and talk about motherfuckers like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm over it. I mean, I kind of got excited a little bit, but it's just like, yeah, like some of these motherfuckers, they have no clue, man. Have no clue. Like, mm, yeah, I'm a move from this subject because yeah, I could probably get heated again. So, what we got 3 minutes. So let me end this because yeah, I see I got some messages going. Probably gonna get fired. Probably like, hey, by the way, you're fired. Last thing I want to talk about, going off this whole uncomfortable thing. I'm also uh starting. I've ordered it now, so it'll probably be here in 2 days on Amazon. Basically, a stand for my camera. This camera right here, actually. Um, your boy's gonna start recording himself working out in the gym, and how I am, and and my little comments I make to people. So I'm actually gonna do it. I ordered that, and I ordered this. It's a lot of this. You'll see it. It's like a lot of these fitness people doing it. They got that wireless mic that's clipped to their, fucking lapel or whatever the fuck you call this shit. Um, so yeah, like, cause it's hard when you put the camera far and for your camera to pick up the fucking, sound. So it's like this wireless mic. So I ordered those two things. So as soon as they come in, I'm gonna use it. But I think it's about 3 days from now. Anyway. But I always said I don't like recording myself working out. It's To me, it's more distracting and I don't get the workout done because I'm worried about, is the camera at a good angle? Can they see me? Are they Does somebody walk in front of it? Is the sound good? And then I'm not thinking about my workout. And then, and what's the point of going to the gym and not working out? So But I'm gonna figure it out because I'm seeing all these people do it at the gym, and I'm just like, hey, I'm just gonna be another motherfucker. So it's just like, hey, move your camera. I seen the other day I was at the gym and these girls were just like taking turns, like zooming in on each other's asses and shit and zooming out. I'm just like, okay, okay. I'm gonna start telling them. I'm like, hey, um, you, I record you guys, you record me. Shit, let's work together. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing that and posting it because I've been wanting to do some fitness thing. I have done some videos that it's like a compilation. But yeah, so your boy could get back in shape. I mean, I have been slowly, but yeah, so I'm gonna start doing that. And like I said, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like recording at the gym. I just want to work out and get the fuck out of there. You know, I don't want to be there extra like, oh shit, is my fucking camera balanced? You know what I'm saying? So I bought this thing, this it's like a tripod extension, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I could just have that recording. I'll have my mic. I'll make my little comments because I always have comments on people, myself, the machines, you know. So yeah, so that's coming too. So it's a lot coming. Your boy has a lot to do, but um, yeah, I'm excited. You know, I gotta stay busy, man. You gotta stay busy. Gotta keep the mind sharp. You know, fucking got the grays coming in. I said that last episode, so you know, I don't know. I think grown up shit. You know. So anyway, guys, that's my mark. I got to get to work. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.
Oh, don't be angry.
I'm not angry. I think it's funny.